In this third tutorial for CIVIL3D, I'm going to be showing you how to edit points. It's a bit of information on point groups and exporting. First of all, we'll show you a bit about point groups. So within this job that we've been working on today in the previous two tutorials, you'll see that we have 5 different point groups ranging. Now they basically all have names. Contourable basically has all relevant information that you need to actually create contours. So you can include and exclude information. So within this, we're excluding these point numbers because these point numbers we did not want to have as a part of our service. We also don't want to have the -899 or the 999 points. We don't want to have chimneys, parapets, roof ridges, top of gutters, etc. So I've gone through and predefined that in the template, so it should help in the process of creating contours accurately and quicker. So other point groups, you can create point groups for any reason you want. So within the 999 point groups, if you have a look in the points of 999, it's actually going to include all of our elevations matching -999, and then it's going to have an override. You can actually have the overrides that have got ticked, so it's actually, once this is set up in the hierarchy, it'll actually show no style or no label style. That is the way in which we hide. For instance, down here we've got a 999 -999, and for the trees they've got a -899. If we have a look at the -899s, we're going to have a look at it's including any elevations matching 899. Will then have an override, so it won't show a style, but it will only show the point number and code only at 45 degrees. That means it's a relevant point, but we don't want to show basically the cross. So once that's done, all points is obviously for all points. You can now go into the point group and go properties. And as all points is that this is a hierarchy of importance of what it's going to show. As all points is on top, that takes precedence over anything underneath. If I move that to the bottom, we've now got -899 above it, as well as we do with -999. If we go apply that and we go OK, you'll see that now that the TR is only shown for the code and there is no building shot at all showing. In the points no display properties, we've actually got this to include raw descriptions matching XX. So therefore an XX is an actual point. If we were wanting to add a point to help us create more accurate contours, we'd create a XX point. I will show you an example. So at the moment I'm going to just change my properties to all points to be up at the top, apply that, OK that. And if we go to the normal way, we can actually add a miscellaneous point. If I want to add a point, say for instance here, my description is going to be XX and the height is going to be 76.50. So now we've got a 76.50. We can actually add that point to our contourable information. So it'll actually use this point for the building of the contour model. But if I now go to my point groups, just as one of the last steps we go to before we export it to AutoCAD, we can now change all points to the bottom, apply that, OK, and then we'll go update. And you'll see that that point has disappeared, although it will still be being used for its creation of the contour. The building shot has disappeared as well, but we just show the code for our tree. You can actually, once you've actually created a point group, for instance, here I want to be able to export all my pool shots, so I can actually maybe peg them out or what have you. I know these have been picked up, but say for the other way around, I actually want to set these out. We could actually create a new group. In the new group, you call it pool shots, and we want to exclude with matching descriptions PL, comma. We're going to apply that and go OK. So in that pool shot, I think I may have done something wrong in there. We want to include PL star, comma, apply and go OK. So within that, we should now be able to have a look in here. They're all the pull shots. Very happy with all my pull shots. I can now right click and go export points. I can now export them to the CMS uploadable points, easting, northing, Z, and description. I go OK. I'm going to just save it on the desktop, call it pull, open, and go export it. So now once that's done, so here we go. I can show you the points, the Excel points. Here's the Excel for the exporting of points that can now be exported to the jigger by just a simple CSV file. And that's enough for the lessons on editing points, point groups, and exporting.